Welcome to Mercedes Benz Stadium. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Here. All right. Welcome to Mercedes Benz Stadium, home of the Atlanta Falcons football team and the Atlanta United soccer team, and soon to be Atlanta women's soccer in a couple of years. Anyway, is there anybody here who does not know who Arthur Blank is? Arthur retired from Home Depot in 2001. In 2002, he purchased the Atlanta Falcons from Rankin Smith for $585 million. $545 million. And today they're worth over $1 billion. So would you say he made a good investment?
Yeah.
I agree. Thank you. I think he did. So they played the first few years at the Georgia Dome, but he's a visionary and he wanted a stadium that was bigger and better, that would hold world-class events, that would hold concerts, that would be fan-friendly, that would be an icon to the city, that was sustainable. He wanted all of that in a stadium. So they began building the stadium in 2014. They completed it in 2017 at a cost of $1.8 billion,
Wow.
which 2 million square feet our stadium.
Wow.
So it was very expensive, but very well spent money, as you'll hopefully learn as we move along. So when I said he wanted a stadium that left a small footprint. He wanted a sustainable stadium. He's very into saving the planet and saving the democracy, things like that. So when the stadium opened, it was LEED Platinum certified, leadership in energy and environmental design. And that's energy management, it's water management, it's transportation management. We're built between two MARTA stations, so people really don't have to drive their cars and get emissions in the air, but hopefully they'll take MARTA and they can get off. Either one is equal distance. But anyway, so he really wanted it. So we were LEED Platinum certified when we opened. So part of our LEED Platinum certification, here you see, I said Arthur wanted the stadium to be an icon to the city, and here is his window to the city. This is a beautiful view of downtown Atlanta from the stadium. But if you look at the windows, does anybody know what the windows are made out of? So the windows are made out of a product called ETFE plastic. That stands for ethylene tetrafluoroethylene, which you don't have to remember. But the value of the windows is that they're resilient. They would stand tornado force winds. We had a tornado downtown probably about 20 years ago, and it did some damage to the Georgia Dome. But now it'll withstand tornado force winds. It's an insulator, so it keeps the heat out in the summer and the cold. And soccer were over, and soccer is starting again on March 7th. So they've been taking that time to refurbish, redo, fix up, clean, all of that. So you'll see a lot of that going on. And also, you'll see that they are redoing the field because we have World Cup soccer, FIFA World Cup soccer here in June and July. And isn't that exciting? We have 8 matches here. Anyway, FIFA requires that you play on grass. Our field is field turf. So they have had to change that. So when we're closer to the field, we'll talk more about that. But if you notice them working there, putting down the sand and getting ready to bring the grass in. So it's going to be, no, it's sand that they're putting, sand and gravel to make it soft. So when they put the grass on top of it, and the grass has to come in soon because it has to have time to grow. The first matches. The fact that you will learn is that when FIFA comes, they don't have any branding other than their own sponsors. So we will become Atlanta Stadium, and you won't see anything about Mercedes Benz Stadium. And they're going to have to take out all their cars and all their mark. I don't know what they're going to do, whether they're going to cover it up or take it out, but it's going to be a real job. And the signs on the outside, it's not going to be, it's going to be Atlanta Stadium when FIFA comes. Yes. Changed it. That's about every 3 years. They put in an irrigation system underneath so that we'll have water because we'll have many more soccer things here, I think. So it's highlighting people who were important in the history of Atlanta. In the upper left-hand corner is Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's home run hitting record. Over the door, that's Arthur Blank and Bernie Marcus. Arthur has the mustache and Bernie has his glasses. They formed Home Depot together. Bernie also, if any of you have seen the aquarium, Bernie donated the money to build the aquarium. So they have both given back, each one individually, over $1 billion. And sadly, Bernie passed away about a year ago at 95 years old.
Did he have anything to do? Is he Sidney Marcus or Bernie Marcus? Anything to do with Sidney Marcus?
Very familiar. But anyway, then you see Dr. Martin Luther King and his wife Coretta. On the bottom right is John Lewis. John Lewis was very involved in the civil rights movement, as well as 5th District Congressman from Atlanta. Now, if you've heard the statement about getting into good trouble, John Lewis is the one who came up with that, coined that phrase. Then you see President Carter, our longest living president, and his wife, Rosalind. And in the upper right-hand corner is Andy Young. Andy Young was ambassador to the United Nations under President Carter. So we have a very technologically advanced locker room. You can see right now 9 monitors. There's another one that pulls down on the other end like that. And I understand the players have iPads and they can talk to their coaches. So the locker room is set up with offense on one end, defense on the other, and special teams in the middle. So they can talk on their iPads with their coaches, which I guess is a way of doing it quickly and easily. The Falcons have their own practice training in Flowery Branch, which is about an hour north of Atlanta. So they're not here very often, usually only on game day. Maybe occasionally they'll come and practice here once or twice, but they have an exact same practice field in their training center. And so they're mostly there. And so here you see they set it up like so when the players come in, they have their shoulder pads on the top and their helmets and then their knee pads and their shin guards and their shoes. They have an extra drawer here where they can store backpacks or anything else they need, and lockers where they can lock their stuff up. So it's very nice for them. And then chairs, Arthur Blank asked last year's team what would be their ideal locker room, and this must be what they asked for. But what they said was they didn't want benches, they wanted chairs. And so they have these wonderful sturdy chairs. I think I saw one out somewhere. Lockers, so it's easy for them to get to them. So are there any other questions? Oh, and in the back, we have hot tubs and cold tubs, saunas, physical therapy bay. We also have an x-ray machine in our stadium. Wow. And that's great because if a player is injured in any sport, they can all use the x-ray room. And most stadiums have x-ray machines now because you can check a patient and see if the on-site medical staff can help them or they need to go to a hospital. And if they need to go to a hospital, the ambulance is already here waiting. And by the time they get to the hospital, all their pictures and information is there. So they get pretty quick treatment.
Who's your top player?
I think Bijan Robinson has been the best top player. He's one that's most recognized and getting awards. So this year Penix was injured, so Kirk Cousins came in again. So hopefully this year we have a new coach and a new president of the team, and hopefully we're going to have a winning team.
There, honey, look at me.
That's good. Blank started the Atlanta United from scratch. He didn't buy it like he bought the Falcons. So they had a coach then named Tata Martinez. He agreed to come for 2 years. We won the MLS Cup while he was here, and then he moved on. And since then, we didn't do so great. So Tata is back this year. He is our new coach, and hopefully he'll bring back the same winning charm he brought when he was here before. We hope so. But anyway, so Arthur Blank is very grateful to Atlanta for his success and in business. And so he ties a lot of things in. So Atlanta started as a railroad town where 5 railroads came together and they put a spike in the ground, and that became Atlanta. And that's the significance of the Golden Spike. So the Golden Spike is, they have it before every game. They put it outside, I guess on a table, and the players come by and sign it. And then the super fans. Their big fans come by and sign it as well. And then the fans, the group of those fans, supporter fans, bring the spike. Sorry.
The
Bring the
Florida
bike
State.
inside, carry it down the stairs, and put it in something like a train trestle. And then they have a celebrity that comes in that usually hits this bike to start the game. So they hit like A, T, L 3 times, and then they start the game. So it's very exciting and it's nice. Finish line. We should always be innovating to improve ourselves and the communities we live in. I think it's a great motto, and I try and have everybody take that away with them from the tour. They don't take anything else. At least remember there is no finish line, because it's a good thing in life for all of us to keep going and trying to improve ourselves and our communities.